recognition of the letters of the alphabet, numbers, basic reasoning skills, and a better awareness of themselves and the world around them. When the workshop goes on the air, the puppets you'll see in the film will be joined by real people who will set each segment into the proper learning context. The techniques we're using at the workshop are quite deliberately drawn from approaches which have proven effective on commercial television. Fast action, humor, and animation have become established means of attracting children's attention to television. And we're using these same techniques to motivate children to absorb the curriculum content of our series. You'll note in one or two of the animated cartoon sequences in this film, which are among the very first that we've commissioned, that the short, simple 60-second form used by TV advertisers in commercials to sell products is used here to teach numbers and letters. As teachers and parents know, young children learn through repetition, and so as with television ads, this material will be repeated many times during the 130 hours of original programming in our first season. We want to emphasize that the Children's Television Workshop is an experiment. Research is woven into the total fabric of the show. Every segment is being tested and evaluated by the toughest critics of all, the children themselves. I think it's fair to say that by the time our program goes on the air, it will be the most thoroughly researched show in the history of the medium. Now let's see the film.
You know what this is, Kermit?
A really bad triangle?
Oh, come on, Kermit, it's a circle.
Okay, so it's a circle. So?
Well, you know that, but a lot of little kids don't. You want to see a groovy way to teach them what that is?
Oh, you know it.
Okay, the idea is to look for circles in the things you might see every day.
I'm hip.
film is one of the hundreds being made for the Children's Television Workshop. And, oh, excuse me. You see, my name is Ralph, and this is my friend Kermit.
Hiya.
And in case you're feeling a little weird sitting there listening to a dog, let me explain that I'm not your run-of-the-mill dog. I'm a Muppet dog. And I know a lot about this Children's Television Workshop show because us Muppets are going to be on it every day.
Oh, hold it. Okay, hold everything here. Wait a minute. Cool it. What was that last part?
I said that us Muppets are going to be part of the Children's Television Workshop TV show.
Oh, yeah? Says who?
What do you mean, says who? Says everybody.
Nobody's talked to me about it.
Well, why would anybody talk to you about it?
I'm a Muppet, that's why.
Well, so are a lot of other people Muppets. And they're all going to do the show, right, fellas?
Yeah. Well, if I'm going to get involved, I want to know a little more about it. Like, what are those guys doing?
Well, you see, we haven't settled on a title for the show yet, so the guys are working on it. How's it coming, fellas?
All right then. How about this for a title? The 2 and 2 are 5 show.
That's not bad. You crazy? Now, this is supposed to be an educational show. 2 plus 2 don't make 5.
They don't.
No, you meatball.
Then how about the 2 and 2 ain't 5 show?
I have an idea for a title that we could call it.
Oh, it sounds like it's going to be a real smash. What's the idea of this show?
Well, the idea is to teach little preschool kids some stuff that'll be useful to them in school, like numbers and letters and like that.
And your idea is that the kids are going to race in from baseball and turn on the educational TV channel to be taught letters and numbers, hmm?
But they will, Kermit, because all the teaching stuff is mixed in with stories and cartoons and us Muppets and real people and like that. And we're going to spend lots of time and money and make sure they know all about it.
Oh, that doesn't sound cheap.
Oh, it's not.
How much money have they got to do it?
Oh, upwards of several $1 million.
Yeesh.
Want to see some of the little films that'll be in the show, Kermit?
Yeah.
Okay, here's one to teach the alphabet.
Go ahead.
Now,
Now.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
Don't dance.
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P,
Slower.
L, M, what?
I said slower.
Oh, L, M, N, O, P,
Not that slow.
Q, R, S, T, U, V,
That's nice.
W, X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
There won't be any next time.
We're going to keep repeating them, Kermit, just like commercials on regular TV. Again and again till they sink in, you know?
Oh, that's kind of a groovy idea, Ralph. Commercials for the alphabet. They must have some people who know what they're doing at the Children's Television Workshop.
They got an advisory board of the best people in the country, and a research department who are studying kids and testing material and...
Any frogs on this advisory board?
Of course not.
Study any frogs in this research department?
No, I told you, Kermit, this show is for kids. Now here, watch this. To make little kids start thinking about how their bodies work, like hands and feet and like that, watch this.
What's the matter?
I'm broken.
This is a show for kids, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for
Well,
kids.
how's about we call it the Little Kitty Show?
Well, I don't know. Sounds all right.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's...
But we ought to say something about the show, telling it like it is. Maybe the nitty-gritty Little Kitty Show.
Yeah, that's not bad. You know,
I like that, you know, but Little Kitty can mean any child up to the age of 7 or 8. Now, I think we should aim this show right at the preschooler.
Well, then, how about the itty-bitty, nitty-gritty Little Kitty Show?
Yes, that's
like
not
that?
bad.
Like that?
Well,
I like that. Why don't we take that? Why don't we take that?
A few more phrases.
You really think you're going to get this show on the air?
Oh, never mind them, Kermit. Now watch. This is a countdown to a rocket launch to help kids recognize the numbers.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I hope your show works better than that rocket.
Oh, that was only his first try. He'll get it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
An accident. It could happen to anybody. He'll get it next time.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Arrivederci. You know, Ralph, you're not only got a crummy rocket there, you're going to have a whole generation of kids counting backwards.
Oh, we're going to count forwards too, Kermit. Watch.
1, 2, erase your shoe. 3, 4, remove the door. 5, 6, rub out the bricks. 7, 8, sit down and wait. 9, 10, in trouble again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Somebody remember it, though. You know.
No, not a chance.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. But we shouldn't aim at either just the city kids or the country kids. So we call it the itty bitty farm and city witty ditty nitty gritty dog and kitty pretty little kitty show.
That's the worst title I've ever heard.
Impossible.
Hey, what's he doing?
You'll never know what
Get
that
in
is.
the table. Hey,
Now listen, that chair belongs to the
Hey,
Carnegie people.
who invited him anyhow?
Impossible.
Let's not
invite
about
him.
Hey,
Does anybody at the Children's TV Workshop know what he's doing? Or are you just doing the whole thing with your little doggy brain?
If you just pay attention, Kermit, I'm trying to tell you.
Easy, boy, easy. You need a booster for your distemper shot there.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Jerry, you got a minute?
Sure.
Here's Jerry Lesser. He's the chairman of the advisory board to the workshop. Hey, Jerry. Kermit, this is Dr. Lesser of the Harvard University School of Education.
Hello.
How do you do, sir?
Jerry, could you help us by explaining to Kermit here how they're putting this program together?
Oh, I think so. Let's see. First of all, back in the summer of 1968, we held a series of seminars with the workshop staff and all kinds of teachers and sociologists, child psychologists, literally hundreds of people who know and care about teaching preschool children.
Those seminars kind of tune the TV people into the education world. Is that it?
Exactly. Then those TV people went home and started thinking about the program. Now, say they get an idea for a little cartoon to teach the letter J, okay?
Okay.
Well, they kick it around until it sounds good to them, maybe write a script for it, and then they take the idea to an animation house.
That's the cartoon people, Kermit.
Right. And the animators go to work making up a storyboard. That's a kind of comic strip that shows how the cartoon will look. And then the workshop people call in some of their advisors and go over the storyboards right down to the last detail.
with the letter J. And the two boys are sitting there talking, and kind of casually one boy says, "What's happening, man?"
This is Dave Connell, head of production for the show.
Between them and comes closer to camera. One boy says, "What's that?" The other boy says, "I don't know, it looks like a fish hook." And at that point, we will animate the J into a fish hook.
There's Dr. Edward Palmer, our research director. And Bob Davidson, assistant director of the project.
This letter looks like, or I think it's a very good idea, but there's always the danger.
And Dr. Marion Blank, one of our advisors. She's a child psychologist.
Jay, you can call it a fish hook.
Joan Cooney, executive director of the project.
Are what children seem to remember.
And there's Edwina Myers. She's a teacher who's taught hundreds of 4- and 5-year-olds, and she was asked to advise us on this particular film because she's a curriculum specialist.
You know, extraneous sort of material that leads into it. The words here are very difficult, you know, most.
Yes.
The jive and jump and Junebug and judge, yeah.
Jane O'Connor is a teacher who's on the workshop staff
You're not
full-time.
arguing for a more didactic approach so much as saying that this is a difficult entertainment.
Yeah, right. Many of them are terms which the children are hearing or may be hearing now a great deal, such as jogging, you know, which is the big thing. And the judge, you know, to see the judge is sort of an additional kind of learning. We're going to have to consider, to some extent, you know, what they're able to see, although they may be caught by it. If it moves very quickly, then it may end up being just pure entertainment, if really that, for children who don't get the fun in the words. If it moves slowly, or if it's repeated often enough, then you may get some of that. I'm not too sure about the movement. The movement of it bothers me.
Well, we're calling these things commercials for our own shorthand, and we're planning to treat them essentially the same way a commercial enterprise would create a campaign. But we're trying to sell the alphabet to preschool children.
So they check out every idea with as many experts as possible before going ahead with it.
Oh, crazy. Well, what if the experts tell them it's a bomb?
Well, they throw it out and start again. But if they're on the right track, they incorporate the advisor's suggestions and go to work making the film.
You were just a couple of guys sitting there talking, and kind of some things happen around you. Let's go back.
They
to
record the
top
soundtrack
again.
and decide on the final details.
And don't be quite so speedy. Okay. I think that other yes was better. That was an enthusiastic one. Okay? You got that? Let's try it one more time. Go. Ready? All right, now.
What's happening, man? I don't know. What's that? I don't know. Looks like a fish hook.
It's not a fish hook. It's a J.
A what?
The letter J. Like to hear the story about the letter J, boys?
Yes.
Then the artists go to work making the hundreds of drawings they'll need for the animation. That's exactly how every little detail of the Children's Television Workshop comes to life, Kermit. It's a collaboration between production, researchers, and educational advisors.
So what did they come up with after all that?
Oh, sorry. Watch.
What's happening, man? I don't know. What's that? I don't know. Looks like a fish hook.
It's not a fish hook. It's a J.
A what?
The letter J. Like to hear a story about the letter J, boys?
Yes.
Once upon a time, a guy named Joe noticed a June bug on his toe. Put it in a jar and started to go, but here come the judge and said, no, no, no. So Joe said why and started to jump and danced a jig on an old tree stump, then jogged along to the city dump where he jammed the June bug in a tire pump. Then the judge caught up and started to wail and said to Joe, justice will prevail. Then the jury met and set the bail, and Joe got an hour in the city jail.
So that's the letter J. It still looks like a fish hook. You know what else we learned? Yeah, don't drive a judge by jamming a June bug.
Groovy.
Yeah, but that's not all. Even now, before it goes into the program, the film is tested on a sample audience.
Oh, how's it tested?
Well, I'll show you.
I don't know. Looks like a fish hook.
It's not a fish hook. It's a J. The letter J. Like to hear a story about the letter J, boys?
In this case, they showed the J film to 3 pairs of children. 2 of the children saw it 6 times in a TV program. 2 of them saw it 3 times, and 2 saw it only once. And then they were tested to see what they learned.
We saw a story on television about one of these. Can you find the one we saw a story about? Look, which one do you think we saw a story about? You pick it out and give it to me. Which one do you think we saw a story about? That's good. What is this? A J. A J, right. I want to show you something else, okay? We saw things that started with J. We saw a judge. We saw a jar. Now we're going to look at some pictures, and I want you to find me one that starts with J. I'll tell you their names. Here's a dog, a jacket, a table, and an airplane. Can you find the one with J? Which one do you think it is? Okay.
This is Barbara Frangel of the Workshop Research Department reporting the test results to Dave Connell and Ed Palmer.
Happened first.
That explain things, Ralph?
That's terrific. Thanks, Jerry.
Glad I could help.
What do you think, Kermit?
Well, just one question. Are you really depending on that bunch to come up with a title?
You never can tell, Kermit. They just might think of the right one.
Hey, these kids can't read or write, can they?
No.
Then how's about we call the show Hey Stupid?
Hey, stupid? Okay, that does it. Out, you guys. I'll think of a title without you. Out! Get out! Come on, now get out, you fellas. Hey, stupid. Can you believe that was a title? Come on, out, all the way out. Go on.
Smartest move you ever made, Ralph.
Oh, sure. Me and my big mouth. Who's gonna find us a title now?
Well, what sort of a title are you looking for?
Oh, something that says we're gonna open up new worlds for these little kids, you know, but not too cute. Oh, what am I gonna do, Kermit?
Where's this show gonna take place?
Oh, on a street, on the front steps of a house. That'll be the main place. What are we gonna do for a title?
Opening up new worlds, street, Hey, Ralph?
Hmm?
Why don't you call your show Sesame Street?
My entire career as a TV educator nipped in the... What was that?
Sesame Street. You know, like Open Sesame? It kind of gives the idea of a street where neat stuff happens.
Kermit! Why, you're a genius! Mwah!
Yuck.
Sesame Street. I love it. The kids will love it. I can see it. Up there in lights, the Children's Television Workshop presents Sesame Street. Oh, that's a great title, Kermit. Now, you're going to stay with us and help us put on the show, aren't you?
Well, I don't know, Ralph.
But you got to do it, Kermit, because it's going to be a terrific show. You know, it's fast and funny and educational, and we're going to have a ball doing it. Now, what do you say, little green buddy? We need you, we want you, we love you, and it wouldn't be the same without you. For the old Children's Television Workshop, are you with us, fella?
I don't think so. Shall I tell him I was kidding? I'll tell him tomorrow.
I hope Rolf and Kermit and Jerry Lesser have given you a better idea of what the Children's Television Workshop is all about. When we go on the air next fall, we'll be seen throughout the country Monday through Friday for 26 weeks. We're urging that the show be aired in the mid-morning, specifically at 10 a.m. in the East and West and at 9 in the Midwest. That's when the preschoolers in control of the set. Older brothers and sisters have gone off to school, mothers are doing housework, and there's very little on television to compete for the preschool child's interest during those hours. We anticipate that many stations which air the program in the morning will be able to broadcast it again in the late afternoon. We hope you'll plan on participating in this important experiment in education beginning next fall. Thank you.